we have the nervous system, which is basically in different branches, the sympathetic, the parasympathetic, and the enteric nervous system. Everybody knows the sympathetic nervous system, as you mentioned, is the fight or flight one that we've all heard about. It's the get up and go, the catabolic hormones, it's the mobilization of cortisol, but it also will decrease your immune system function, decrease your growth and repair, decrease your sex drive, decrease your digestion, and decrease your ability to see the big picture in things and take in all the information. Because when you're in a stressed state, I mean, if you think of your sympathetic nervous system being activated, it's like if you almost get in a car accident. You're driving down the street and you hit some ice and your whole body lights up. Boom, you have tonal focus and like your heart rate goes up and you're just hyper alert. That's the state of the sympathetic nervous system. So the opposite of that is the parasympathetic. And like you mentioned, these are like a teeter-totter that are meant to balance each other out as the body in its innate wisdom knows how to do, how to harmonize itself. There's normally a self-regulating balance. Now that can get deregulated by medications, pills, drugs, and a lifestyle that's super stressed out. Or if right now you're living in fear, like so many people are, they have an undercurrent of anxiety and fear of this invisible boogie virus that might kill you or you might kill someone else. So there's this pervasive chronic fear state which keeps us perpetually elevated in our sympathetic nervous system, which will decrease our sex drive, decrease our ability to fight aging prematurely, decrease our immune system, which is so ironic, decrease our creativity, and disrupt our sleep and our blood sugar. So the balancing parasympathetic nervous system increases our anabolic hormones, which is the growth and repair, and increases our digestion, our ability to relax, and all the hormones we like, the melatonin, which helps us sleep, the DHEA, the human growth hormone, and the testosterone. And what you're saying is the vagus nerve, which is called the vagus nerve because it's from the Latin root, which vagar, to wander, like the wandering nerve. It's the largest nerve in the body that comes from the brainstem and goes into all the different organs. And it's the one that is involved in the parasympathetic, the rest side of our nervous system. So it's balancing out all that stress. And how this gets communicated with other people, like I mentioned, we are communicating our feelings through our nervous system and through our facial expressions, our body postures, our gestures, and, of course, other things. But the vagus nerve is controlling the way we're communicating with each other. If I say, "Oh, you're such a jerk," you might all of a sudden squint and look at me and your mouth will go down. This is a communication that your facial expressions from your vagus nerve, of your emotional input to what I just said to you, reacts. So when we have masks on and all these different things, that's going to affect our ability to read each other, to interpret each other, communicate, which, what do you know, also affects our ability to feel connected with another person. And like you said, the fancy word co-regulate, which is be in resonance with other people. So there's this whole system going on of how we evolved as human beings that we are now really screwing up because we're just dismantling the whole thing.
Dramatic.
Yep, whether it be by, injections and shots and so-called vaccines, or our lifestyle of being perpetually stressed out. We're totally dismantling this whole part of ourselves. So please take it from there.
Yeah, no, it's dramatic. The thing that's so cool about the polyvagal is they're breaking it down into blocks where you can understand it, right? You can understand the dorsal vagal is diaphragm down, it's myelinated, it's slow moving. Then you move up the chain, you end up with this ventral vagal, and it's facial, it's the heart, it's the breathing. And then if you think about this, well, if I want to change my state, if I want to change the state of my nervous system, I can take items within this area and I can exercise. I can start using them. I can say, okay, I'm depressed, I'm down on my whatever, lack of whatever. And I used to use the example in the HLC courses of a group in San Francisco where they took people who are gravely depressed we would now say they were in dorsal vagal states, and they made them smile for 30 minutes. And by smiling for 30 minutes, lo and behold, they became undepressed. Now, these are hospitalized people. The problem was they couldn't get them to smile for 30 minutes. So they taped them up. And just taping them up into that position.
Tape their faces up. Yeah.
In a smile, because we're hardwired when we hold these positions or movements that we start releasing these endorphins, these brain chemicals, and we become in these ventral vagal states. So it's pretty dramatic.